coming in. The United States has condemned this incident. The US envoy has condemned the violent protests threatening Israelis in Russia, saying there is no excuse for targeting Jews. Deepak joining us with that statement.
Well, Pratibha, in the name of solidarity, pro-Palestinian supporters were seen hounding Jewish citizens in Russia, and the US has also condemned it. Let me read out the reaction coming in from the US. The ambassador has said that we condemn the violent protests that have been reported in Russia threatening Israelis and Jews. We call on Russian authorities to ensure their safety. The US stands with Israel and the entire Jewish community. As we see a surge in anti-Semitism throughout the world, there is no excuse for targeting Jews or engaging in anti-Semitic incitement anywhere. This is the reaction that has come in from the US.
Okay, all right. This is a statement condemning the violent protests in Russia, targeting the Israelis, the US condemning these protests and also calling for action against it, saying we condemn the violent protests that have been reported in Russia threatening Israelis and Jews. We call on Russian authorities to ensure their safety. This is a statement coming in from the United States. All right. While this was the situation in Russia, let's also speak about what's happening there on ground. Let's get you details of what's happening in Israel. Israel has started its long-expected ground invasion of Gaza, with the Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu warning of a long and difficult war against the Hamas, the terrorist group that has stoked concerns of a broader Middle Eastern conflict. Israel said that fighter jets struck over 450 military targets belonging to Hamas in Gaza. These included operational command centers, observation posts and anti-tank missile launch posts. The Israel Defense Force has said that they were heading towards a new phase of the ongoing war on Hamas. The IDF is expanding its operations.
הפעילות הקרקעית בשטח רצועת עזה נמשכת ומתעצמת. כוחות יבשה, אוויר וים פעלו היום בעזה וחיסלו מחבלים רבים. בין עשרות המחבלים שחוסלו בהתקלויות ובירי מהאוויר מפקדים בדרג הטקטי. הדרג הטקטי של החמאס הם אלה שמפקדים על הכוחות בשטח ומכווינים אותם. לצד פעילות כוחות היבשה, אנחנו ממשיכים בתקיפות מסיביות מהאוויר, קודם כל לטובת הבטחת הכוחות היבשתיים, ואחר כך להשמדת מטרות טרור ותשתיות טרור של ארגון החמאס.
Well, after Israel expanded its ground operation in Gaza, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and the United States President Joe Biden once again spoke over a call. And as per a White House statement, the leaders discussed developments in Gaza, with Joe Biden reiterating that Israel has every right and responsibility to defend its citizens from terrorism, and underscoring the need to do so in a manner that is consistent with the international humanitarian law that prioritizes the protection of civilians. Meanwhile, amid the ongoing Israel-Hamas war and India abstaining from a UN resolution on a truce in Israel, the External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar said that India will have no credibility if it does not consider terrorism as serious when it impacts other countries. He said that today a good government and a strong governance stands up for its people. Just as good governance is necessary at home, right judgments are also necessary abroad. Listen in.
If we take today a strong position on terrorism, we take a strong position because we are big victims of terrorism. We will have no credibility if we say, when terrorism affects us, it is very serious, but when it happens to somebody else, that is not so serious. We have to have a consistent position.
So, Pradeep, this is a very